homicide at Nordstrom's before about 80 people ran in, grabbed some merch, and fled. Only a few have been arrested. The previous night, a bunch of thieves ransacked retailers in San Fran's Union Square, including Louis Vuitton, Burberry, Bloomingdale's, and Yves Saint Laurent. I give them credit for having great taste. They wouldn't be caught dead at a nearby Old Navy. Of course, crap like this has become more common ever since shoplifting charges of $950 or less were lowered to misdemeanors in 2014. But God forbid you go into a restaurant without wearing a mask, then they call the firing squad. But some good news, San Francisco's most prolific shoplifter was finally charged after stealing 40 grand's worth of stuff from the same Target store over the course of 120 visits. They put her picture on the wall, and she stole that too. But you know what? Kudos to her for always reusing her own bag. Her arrest only happened after Target demanded the district attorney launch an investigation. California's DAs work less than Mayor Pete. And if you think that's nuts, check out her interview with local media after her last shoplifting spree.
Tonight on the Chess News Network.
David Brooks with the Chess News Network. We're hoping to run into the recently crowned most prolific shoplifter in San Francisco. Here she is. Here she is. Champ. Champ, how did you do it? How did you steal more than $40,000 worth of merch from the same Target?
Hey, thank you, thank you. You know, I just took it one store at a time, and every day I stole 110%.
Fantastic. Any shout-outs?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the DA of San Francisco for being totally useless, and the defense at Target, those guys for minding their own damn biz and clearing a path for me, and my mom for raising a blight on society. Hi, Mom!
And what's next for you?
Oh, I'm going to Disneyland.
For the rides?
No, I'm gonna steal more. Hey, is that a Nordstrom?
A true parasite. And what better way to kick off this week of Thanksgiving? Back to you, Brang.
Thank you. Sean, what worries me is that this is a pretty effective tool. I mean, they got away with it. They took a lot of stuff, and it's like, I feel like it's going to be happening again and again until we figure out, until we regain how we do policing.
So this Target shopper, 120 times in 1 year, that's twice a week.
Yes.
Right? 40 grand worth of stuff. And the DA doesn't do anything, but so the liberals are electing these liberal DAs, right? So the DA in San Francisco, Chesa Bodin, his parents were part of the Weather Underground, truly domestic terrorists. And Bill Ayers, a domestic terrorist, raised him. And all the people in San Francisco are like, listen, we love your light on crime philosophy, until they get crime everywhere in their community. And you see grocery stores and other stores leaving the city, so you can't shop anywhere. So I think now the voters, there's a recall here, the voters are going to go, hell no, we're back to law and order. Enough of the pro-crime prosecutors.
I don't know, Tulsi. What do you think that that's the kind? I mean, you're seeing with Walnut Creek. Okay, Nordstrom's went to that's like liberal blue state, but it's also rich. Yeah. So when it starts coming to their house, will they change their minds?
Well, I think that's what they're seeing in that community there is people are hiring private security in their communities, in their neighborhoods, not walking down the street anymore, thinking they've got to drive to go, quarter mile down the road. And even worse than all of the shoplifting and the looting is that this DA is not charging domestic violence offenders at the same rate or at the rate that they should be charged, and it's leading to people getting hurt, and in one specific case, the loss of a child's life at the hands of his father, the abuser. And the DA gave some lame excuse about why I didn't think that I had the power to charge this crime because the spouse didn't want to, and that's actually no. If you're a domestic violence abuser, this is a crime against the state, and the state has the authority and the power and must hold these abusers accountable, and this DA is failing to do it.
Wow, that's far worse than shoplifting, that's for sure. What do you think, Tyrus? It's your store. It's your store. This happens.
It's my store?
It's your store.
Oh, we're not going to talk because I'd be in jail for homicide. Price check this, bitch. No, seriously. And because I had to think of something. I mean, you had me follow that. Thanks, Gutfeld. Nice try, but I'm still quick. They rung the dinner bell, and now we're seeing organized crime.
Yeah.
That mob, they planned that on Facebook.
Yeah.
That was they put it together. They formed, Kat. I mean, they put it together. They planned it out. They did it. They were effective. It's now capitalism. They steal it. They flip it.
Yeah.
So what are they doing now? It's like a pyramid scheme. they're each going to go out and get 5 new members.
Right.
And it's not going to stop. And your optimism, I always love that about you. But Democrats never admit when they're wrong. They never own anything, and they never fire each other. So this is the new world that we're living in. And as lines are drawn, you're going to see more vigilantes. You're going to see more people who are going, enough, because you've took away our police department, you've watered down our laws, and you've emboldened the worst of our society.
You know, Kat, I noticed walking by your office today, you have a lot of interesting new fragrances. So, I mean, you must have got them somehow on a deal of some kind.
I wasn't there. Nobody saw me there.
No, I'm not
A lot of purses.
A lot of purses, though.
Nobody saw me there. Yeah, it is kind of impressive that they were able to pull this off, and I don't see why they wouldn't do it again.
No.
Because it worked so well, and I didn't even think of it as a multi-level marketing thing.
Yeah.
They're going to recruit new people. That's easier than Beachbody. You don't have to buy any products.
What's Beachbody?
It's like, you know, it's like all the multi-level marketing things. So like, you're a new mom. That's what they target. You're
Okay,
a new
I'm a new
mom.
mom.
You want to be a CEO. You want to be a boss babe. But
Yep.
you don't have time for a 9 to 5.
All that.
Here you go.
Up next, a segment so good you'll be saying, Greg, how do you create so many good segments every week? And then we'll move to Key West together and open a bait shop. Don't go anywhere.